ओके. फक्त मला एक सांगा की तुम्हाला स्क्रीन दिसते तुमच्या मोबाईलवरती किंवा लॅपटॉपवरती जे काही तुम्ही यूज करताय. हॅलो गाईज, स्क्रीन दिसत असेल तर जस्ट मला कन्फर्म करा एकदा. हॅलो यश.
This year, sir.
Okay, so let's begin with the session. For today's session, we are having a topic, the planet Earth, the introductory part of Earth. Okay, if anyone have any doubt, please raise your hand or you can ask in a chat box as well. So planet Earth. So we as well know the Earth is related or the planet where we live. Okay, so it is believed that about 20 million years after the formation of Earth, due to some impact of large body, there was a generation of enough heat which caused 30 to 65% of the Earth to melt. Okay, so because of that large body impact, the enough heat is generated, and because of that generated heat, the 30 to 65% of the Earth it's got melt. Okay, and because of that melting procedure, the lighter material floated to the outer layers of the Earth, and gases from the interior initiated to escape. Okay, and this phenomenon leads to the formation of atmosphere and ocean. Okay, so because of that heat which is generated due to the impact of large body or the obstruction of large body, the lighter material gets floated on the layer of the Earth, and some gases also as well initiated to escape, and this phenomenon leads to the formation of the atmosphere which we see or where we live, that is called as a atmosphere and oceans. So the shape of the Earth commonly described as a spheroid. Okay, हे आपल्याला माहिती आहे की आपण अर्थचा शेप हा स्पिरियॉइड असं म्हणू शकतो. जनरली लोक म्हणतात की सर्कल आहे, बट इट इज नॉट अ इन अ सर्कल फॉर्म, इट इज हॅव्हिंग अ spheroid form. Okay, so it has an equatorial diameter of 12757.77 kilometers, that is 12,757 kilometers, and a polar diameter of 12,713 kilometers. It has a mean density of 5.517 gram per centimeter cube and volume of 1.083 into 10 raised to 27 centimeter cube. These are the certain specifications of Earth, the planet Earth: the equatorial diameter, the polar diameter, its mean density and volume. Basically, the planet Earth is generally differentiated into 4 parts. Okay, so what are those parts? So let's see one by one. The parts are the atmosphere, the lithosphere, the hydrosphere, and the biosphere. These are the 4 parts in which the Earth is divided. Okay, so we'll see those parts one by one. So these are the spheres which we have talked earlier, the 4 spheres in which the Earth is distributed or differentiated: lithosphere, atmosphere, biosphere, and hydrosphere. So we'll see one by one. First, the atmosphere. Okay, so atmosphere is nothing but the outer gaseous envelope up to 700 kilometers beyond the Earth's surface and is energized by the sun. The survival of the life process is associated with it. Okay, atmosphere दुसरं काही नसून एक एनवलप आहे जो गॅसचा बनलेला आहे. Okay, whatever gases are there, the envelope formed by those gases is nothing but our atmosphere, and it ranges beyond the Earth surface up to a distance of 700 kilometer. की आपल्या जमिनीपासून 700 किलोमीटर वरपर्यंत जो काही हवेचा एक एनवलप तयार झालेला असणार आहे, दॅट पर्टिक्युलर एनवलप इज कॉल्ड ॲज ॲटमॉस्फिअर. ओके, आणि जो काही सर्वायवल आहे आपला पृथ्वीवरचा किंवा अर्थ सरफेसवरचा, दॅट ऑल कम्स अंडर दी ॲटमॉस्फिअर. आपण सगळे ॲटमॉस्फिअर मध्ये सर्वाइव्ह करतोय, ऑल लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम. ओके, then the atmosphere makes only 1 millionth part of the total mass of Earth. Okay, the atmosphere is layered structure. The different layers of atmosphere are distinguished from each other on the basis of change in composition, temperature, and degree of ionization, and so on. Okay, atmosphere हा फक्त 1 millionth पार्ट आहे आपल्या टोटल मासचा. जो अर्थचा टोटल मास असणार आहे त्याचा 1 millionth पार्ट हा atmosphere आहे. So you can imagine how big our Earth is. Okay, अँड द ॲटमॉस्फिअर इज लेयर्ड स्ट्रक्चर. लेयर बाय लेयर मध्ये त्याला डिवाइड केलेलं असणार आहे. द डिफरंट लेयर्स ऑफ ॲटमॉस्फिअर आर डिस्टिंग्विश्ड फ्रॉम इच अदर. ठीक आहे, आपल्याला माहिती आहे ॲटमॉस्फिअरचे वेगवेगळे लेयर्स आहेत, जसे की ट्रोपोस्फिअर आहे, आयनोस्फिअर आहे, मेसोस्फिअर आहे, अँड ऑल दोज आर डिस्टिंग्विश्ड फ्रॉम इच अदर बेस्ड ऑन देअर कंपोजिशन, टेम्परेचर अँड डिग्री ऑफ आयोनायझेशन. जसं की आयनोस्फिअर मध्ये टेम्परेचर कमी असतं, मेसोस्फिअर मध्ये टेम्परेचर जास्त असतं. Likewise, based on different parameter, those layers which is having atmospheres consisting of atmosphere are distinguished from each other. Then next sphere is lithosphere. Okay, litho means stone. In a geological language, litho means stone. So lithosphere is the stony part of the earth, and in a broader sense, it includes all the solid materials composing the earth from surface downwards. The body of the earth is subdivided into three specific layers as the crust, the mantle and the core. Okay, जो काही सॉलिड पार्ट आहे, जो काही दगडांचा किंवा रॉकचा बनलेला पार्ट असणार आहे, स्टोनी पार्ट जो असणार आहे, दॅट पार्ट इज कॉल्ड एज अ लिथोस्फियर. एज वी अर्लियर सेड दॅट लिथो मीन्स स्टोन. ओके, सो ज्या कोणत्या पार्टने किंवा ज्या कोणत्या स्टोनने आपलं पृथ्वीचं जनरेशन झालेलं आहे, किंवा मग आपण ज्याला म्हणतो की पृथ्वी ज्या गोष्टीपासून बनलेली आहे, त्या सगळ्या सॉलिड पार्टला आपण लिथोस्फियर म्हणू शकतो. ओके, अँड द बॉडी ऑफ द अर्थ इज सबडिवाइडेड इनटू थ्री स्पेसिफिक लेयर. जे आपली टोटल अर्थ आहे त्याला परत तीन पार्ट मध्ये डिवाइड केलेलं आहे. कशा प्रकारे? फर्स्ट पार्ट विल बी द क्रस्ट, सेकंड विल बी द मेंटल अँड थर्ड इज द कोर पार्ट. Okay, so those three parts we'll see in next slide in deeper sense. The term lithosphere, however, is understood to include only the uppermost shell of the earth, the crust, and the only that part of metal up to which the material exists in solid state. Okay, in a simple state, if we discuss, जो काही सॉलिड फॉर्म मध्ये असणार आहे तुमच्या अर्थ वरती जो काही सबस्टन्स हा सॉलिड फॉर्म मध्ये असणार आहे, दॅट कॅन बी कन्सिडर्ड ॲज अ लिथोस्फियर. ओके, whether that can be a crust part or whether that can be a mantle part of your earth surface. Okay, moving onwards, third sphere is hydrosphere. Okay, we have discussed or we have seen fourth sphere. The earth is divided in four sphere: atmosphere, then lithosphere, hydrosphere and biosphere. So third one is hydrosphere. So hydro means water. Okay, so the hydrosphere is the total amount of water on a planet. Okay, whatever quantity of water is present on earth's surface, that all comes under the hydrosphere. Okay, the hydrosphere includes water that is on the surface of the planet, underground and in the air. Okay, whatever in the format of the water is there, that also come under the hydrosphere. A planet's hydrosphere can be liquid, vapor or ice in any form, liquid, vapor or ice. On earth, liquid water exists on the surface in the form of ocean, lakes and rivers. It also exists below the ground as a groundwater in a wells and aquifers. Water vapor is most visible as a clouds and fog. Okay, there are different forms of water present on the earth's surface, such as if we talk about the surface water sources, so then there will be oceans, lakes and rivers. If we talk about underground water table, which is having also water form in a wells and aquifers, tube wells also, and in a liquid or vapor form, as which we can see as a clouds and fog, that also comes under the hydrosphere strata. Then last sphere or fourth sphere is biosphere. Okay, so this term is sometimes used to express the collective life form. Okay, as it exists on the surface and underwater as well. Okay, याचा मीनिंग काय असणार आहे की जो काही लाईफशी रिलेटेड प्रोसेसेस आहे, जो ह्युमन बिंग आहे, एनी लिव्हिंग ऑर्गॅनिझम विच इज लिव्हिंग ऑन द अर्थ सर्फेस, दॅट कलेक्टिव्ह फॉर्म और दॅट कलेक्टिव्ह टर्म इज नोन ॲज अ बायोस्फिअर. आपण जो काही सर्व्हायव्हल करतोय किंवा आपण जे काही पृथ्वीवरती राहतोय, that is also considered as a biosphere. The biosphere is also responsible for many geological processes that have been going on the planet since the evolution of life. ठीक आहे, जेव्हापासून अर्थ जनरेट झाली आहे किंवा अर्थचं ओरिजिन झालेलं आहे, तेव्हापासून मेनी जिओलॉजिकल प्रोसेसेस आर गोइंग ऑन बिलो दी अर्थ सरफेस, ऑन दी अर्थ सरफेस. भरपूर गोष्टी चेंज झाल्यात, काही प्लॅनेट, काही नवीन लँड डिस्कवर झालेले आहेत, समुद्राची लेवल, ओशन लेवल वाढलेली आहे. So many processes are going on right from its origin, Earth's origin. Okay, and the formation of coal deposit and extensive oil reserves cannot be explained without the existence of बायोस्फिअर. ओके, जो काही कोळसा दगडी कोळसाची खाण असणार आहे किंवा मग आपल्याला जे खनिजांची खाण वगैरे लागतात हे सगळे असणार आहे, याचा सगळा रोल येतो बायोस्फिअर मध्ये. ओके, इफ यू वॉन्ट टू एक्सप्लेन दोज टर्मिनॉलॉजीज देन वन शुड हॅव द नॉलेज ऑफ बायोस्फिअर, कारण ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी किंवा या सगळ्या प्रोसेसेस बायोस्फिअर मध्येच होतात. ओके, so these are the 4 spheres of the earth which we have seen. The next is internal structure of the earth, how exactly earth is there from inside, internal structure of earth, what it looks like and what exactly it is. Okay, so the real interior of earth is nowhere exposed to the direct observation. आपल्याला डायरेक्टली बघता येत नाही की एक्झॅक्टली इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर कसं आहे. ओके, सो with the available expertise and technical skills, exploration can be done only up to few kilometers in depth below the earth surface. ठीक आहे, वेगवेगळ्या टेक्नॉलॉजी यूज करून बोरिंग असेल, ड्रिलिंग मशीन असणार आहे, काही पल्स वेव्ह सिस्टीम आहेत किंवा वेलोसिटी एरिया मेजरमेंट जे काही मेथड्स असणार आहे. सो बाय युझिंग डिफरंट मेथड्स वी कॅन गो फॉर certain kilometers below the earth surface. Beyond that particular limitation, one cannot go below the earth surface. Okay, so the internal structure of the earth is divided into 3 parts. Whole earth is divided into the 3 parts. This is the physical internal structure which we are seeing. Okay, so whatever we have seen before, those are the zones or the spheres in which the earth atmosphere or lithosphere or hydrosphere or biosphere was divided. This will be the internal structure of the earth, what exactly physically the earth surface looks like internally. Okay, so those 3 parts consist of the crust, the mantle and the core. Okay, so we'll see one by one all these parts. Okay, so this is the picture where the components or the parts of the internal structure of earth is shown. Here you can see the crust part, which is having the outermost, then next is mantle, outer core and inner core. Just focus or look at the pictures. When we go with the detailed part of those particular component, then we will come back to the picture while explaining the crust, mantle, outer core and inner core. Okay, this picture shows when any part of the earth is gets separated or gets cut, how it exactly looks like. Okay, what will maybe their distance limitations. If you can see the core, outer core having a 5100 kilometer as their depth, then inner core has different depth, then mantle has a different depth. Okay, so this is how the earth will look like if we get the core or a particular part separated from the whole surface. So we'll see one by one. The first is the crust. Okay, so the crust is uppermost shell of the earth. The uppermost shell of the earth, about 10 kilometers in thickness. There should be 100 kilometer. About 100 kilometer in thickness and containing relatively a lighter material with low melting temperature is known as crust. Okay, simple language मध्ये जर म्हणायचं गेलंय तर इफ वी कन्सिडर, जर आपण पृथ्वीला एक बॉल म्हणून जर कन्सिडर केला, चेंडू जो आपला क्रिकेटचा असतो आपण जनरली जो बघतो आपण, सो त्याची वरची जी काही लेयर असणार आहे, जी वरची आपल्याला हातामध्ये दिसते, हातामध्ये चेंडू पकडल्यानंतर जी लेयर दिसते ना, दॅट विल बी युअर अप्परमोस्ट शेल. ठीक आहे, सो लाईकवाईज पृथ्वीची जी अप्परमोस्ट शेल असणार आहे, बाहेरचा जो काही कव्हर असणार आहे, जो की अराउंड 100 किलोमीटर त्याची थिकनेस असते, दॅट पार्ट इज कॉल्ड एज अ crust. Okay, we'll again go back to the image. So here you can see the crust, the gray one or you can say brown one. This is the crust which is having the thickness of around 100 kilometers and it is the outermost part of the earth. Okay, so which is called as a crust. Then next component is the mantle. Okay, so mantle is the region that is the bulk of the semi-solid earth. It lies between the crust and the core. It starts from lower boundary of the crust and continues up to a depth of 2900 kilometers. The mantle is the material left in the middle zone of most of the heavy material sank and the lighter material rose toward the surface. ठीक आहे, काय म्हटलेलं आहे आपण, मेंटल म्हणजे काय असणार आहे, हा एक मिडल झोन आहे. की जेव्हा तुमचे हेवियर पार्टिकल सगळे खाली सेटल झाले, जमिनीमध्ये सेटल झाले किंवा बिलो दी अर्थ सरफेस, आणि लाइटर पार्टिकल हे सगळे ऍटमॉस्फिअर मध्ये तुमचे शिफ्ट झाले किंवा वरती राईज झाले, आणि मधला जो काही झोन शिल्लक राहिलेला आहे, दॅट पर्टिक्युलर झोन इज कॉल्ड ॲज अ mantle. Okay, it is the part in between the crust and core. One more specification is given that it starts from the lower boundary of crust. Okay, where your boundary of crust ends, at that particular point mantle starts and continues up to a depth of 2900 kilometer. Let's go back to the diagram here. So this is having the crust which is having the thickness of 100 kilometers. When the inner boundary of crust ends, at that point the mantle is started. Okay, so here this orange zone is shown for the mantle area. Okay, and that is again the in between the crust and core. This one is the core, this one is the crust. So in between part between the crust and core is mantle, which is having or which continues up to what distance? 2900 kilometers. So from here to 2900 kilometers the mantle part exists. That is the second internal structure of the earth. Okay, then next one is core. Okay, so core is the innermost shell of the earth. Okay, the boundary of the core begins at a depth of about 2900 kilometers from the surface and extend up to the center of the earth. Okay, काय म्हटलंय की कोर हा जो आहे तो इनर मोस्ट पार्ट आहे अर्थ सरफेस, अर्थचा, आपल्या पृथ्वीचा जो सगळ्यात आतमध्ये असणार आहे, दॅट विल बी युअर कोर पार्ट. ओके, आणि त्याची बाउंड्री कुठून स्टार्ट होते? जमिनीपासून, आपल्या अर्थ सरफेस पासून 2900 किलोमीटर बिलो. ठीक आहे, टुवर्ड्स द सेंटर ऑफ द अर्थ. जे काही सेंटर असणार आहे तिकडे आपण जेव्हा जर गेलो जमिनीच्या खाली 2900 किलोमीटर, तेव्हा आपल्याला कोरची बाउंड्री टच करणार आहे. ओके, so indirect observation indicates that the core can be classified as outer core and inner core. Okay, there will be two types, outer and inner one. The outer core comprise the region from depth of 2900 kilometer to 4800 kilometer below the earth surface. Okay, the first core or first type is outer core, which is having the limitation of 2900 kilometer to 4800 kilometer. In that particular distance, the core surface or the core area will be outer core. Okay, and the inner core width thickness around 1790 kilometer is believed to be solid metallic body. Okay, and beyond that 4800 kilometer up to the 1790 kilometer thickness, that part will be of your inner core. Okay, and it is believed that that inner core will be of solid metallic body. Okay, there will be metals, there will be different kinds of minerals, so that's why they have been indicated by the solid metallic body. Okay, so here again we can see the core part, the yellow and white region or the color code shows the core portion. Okay, in that again, as we have discussed, two types of core are there, outer core and inner core. Okay, so outer core is indicated by yellow color, which is having the specification of distance as starting from 2900 kilometer to 4800 kilometer. That will be its range for outer core, and beyond 4800 kilometer up to the thickness of 1790 kilometer there will be inner core, that will be the towards the center of the earth. Okay, so this is how the internal structure of the earth is divided into the three parts: core, crust and mantle. Okay, okay, crust again, if we see here in the diagram, so crust is nothing but the outermost shell of the earth. Okay, the first core or the first cover or first layer on the earth is considered or is called as a crust. Then second part from the boundary of crust toward to the 2900 kilometer distance, that part will be a mantle part, and after the mantle from 2900 kilometer to 4800 kilometer, that will be core part, but which type? The outer core part. And after the 4800 kilometer, for the thickness of 1790 kilometer, the part will be of inner core. Okay, just a minute.
सर क्रस्टची थिकनेस किती असते?
Crust, it varies up to the 100
थिकनेस
0 to 100 kilometers. In this diagram, you can see the crust 0 to 100 kilometers thick. It varies between 0 to 100 kilometer. It will not be more than 100 kilometer anymore. Okay, so 100 kilometer will be boundary of the thickness for the crust area. Understood?
ओके.
Okay, so this is regarding the earth, its origin, when how the earth is originated, what are its specification, equatorial diameter, then polar diameter, then what will be its spheres, how it is divided into 4 spheres: atmosphere, biosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere. Then there will be internal structure of earth. Again, earth is divided physically in 3 parts: core, crust and mantle. Their specification, what are the length or specification is there with the respective parameter: core, crust and mantle. Okay. Okay, so this is it for the today's session. Then next lecture onwards, we'll start with the next article that is related to the mineralogy. In that we will see what about exactly minerals is, what are the different types of minerals, what are the properties of minerals, and what are their roles, what exactly mineral played their role in a civil engineering. Okay, how minerals can be utilized in a civil engineering from the geological point of view. Okay, so thank you for the today's session. Then again we will meet in the next lecture whenever I'll post the message, and I will share these PPTs with you guys after the end of every lecture. Okay.